I drink whatever I drink when I go out.
What's in there?
Okay. 4, 3, 2. Hello and welcome to Hanging with the PRO. I am your host, Machete, and tonight my co-host is Royal Disturbance.
R.D. Royals.
With me tonight, I have Smooth,
Yo.
Queen B, and Triple Old Man. I mean,
That's OG, triple OG.
Triple OG.
That's right.
Okay. Also in the studio this evening, we have Precious Queen Divas.
Yes.
I got cussed out for saying it wrong.
That's my boo.
That's what you get.
That's my sissy.
We got Precious down here. Now,
Pepper.
That's Pepper.
y'all got salt on the team too? I'm just asking.
I thought she was gonna say her last name was Middleton.
We got my VP Disco and my secretary Juicy.
Okay, Disco and Juicy as well.
Disco is my best friend.
Everybody is your best friend.
No,
Disco is not her best friend. Disco is my best friend. We're fighting over this.
Disco is her cousin. Disco is my best friend.
Disco is not your best
That's
friend.
my best friend. That's my best friend.
Thank you.
Hey,
Fuck
Okay.
it up.
And also this evening, it's me, Machete from Triple A's. I am the PRO, and this is Hanging with the PRO.
It is.
So we are going to talk about this evening how to make a better PRO and what a PRO is supposed to look like. And what to expect from a PRO and the expectations and some of the do's and the don'ts of being a PRO.
Hey.
So, and I'm gonna tell y'all like I tell y'all every night. If you looking for some cutlery, stop that bullshit.
Yeah, for us.
What bullshit are we stopping?
I'm talking to Smooth.
He be trying to snatch her knives.
Yeah, I'm like a big
He be
ass
trying to
kid
steal her
right now.
knives.
He just slapped me with a rubber band on my arm.
Cut her. He on his way there.
He said, "Cut it."
My prayer's on her way up.
See, he made me lose my train of thought, slapping me with that
What
damn
the
rubber
do's and
band.
the don'ts are.
Do's and don'ts of
Okay, there we go.
being a PRO.
Yes.
You got me? Oh shit! I don't know if Queen going like that.
She approved. See, that was approved, but I kind of don't want to approve.
I ain't gonna tell y'all how Queen got up the steps fast, but anyway.
I was watching that ass.
See, you're supposed to say it again. You're supposed to say
I'm watching that ass. She was like, Machete was like, come on, Queen. I was like, now you know I'm fed. I can't move up these steps like that. She got in front of me. I said, grab the jug. She was like, what's in there? I was like, liquor. It's, I don't know, smooth native. I don't know. She started walking up that door. I was like, he was like, you moving fast. Yeah, watching that ass. Keep going, girl. Keep going. We gonna make it.
You can do it.
She said,
You can do it.
I'll follow you anywhere.
Yeah, woo. Hey, Miss Parker.
I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody else. My legs make my ass look like an optical illusion. Don't let that smooth take smooth.
Because I always tell if y'all know about me and Machete, I always be like, come here, let me bite that thigh. Come here.
My legs big as shit. My ass is not.
It's the thighs. It's the thighs. I'm trying to tell you, it's the thighs.
Little booties matter.
It's all right.
Every time the song come on,
That's all right. Because them thighs pump it up.
give me the right heel.
That is my best friend's song.
So y'all fighting over a best friend?
Yeah.
I ain't fighting over nobody.
See,
Because we already know. Me and Disco, what is known don't need to be explained.
damn.
You know what?
Damn. She dropped the mic.
She lucky
Boom.
my sister.
I'm doing the sound effect.
Sissy, I be watching Machete's ass.
Hold on. First you said you be washing Machete's
I
ass.
said
Hold on.
watch.
Where the fuck do
That
I
my
be
sister
at?
not
My sister
happy.
said,
Wait a minute. Where do I be at?
watching? And I said,
I am a whole freak. Where do I
You know
be at?
something? Let's get back on topic. You know, because we
That did
would
not
hear this
happen.
topic all going left. Okay, so
Right. So, Queen,
Yes, ma'am.
what are some of the qualifications for which a PRO is supposed to do what a PRO is supposed to do?
Well, y'all know I've been a PRO for a long time, and recently, as of January, I had to move up to the vice presidency of Royal Disturbance. So that's all for you in Radio Land who don't know. So basically, I was a PRO for a very long time. And with that being said, I learned a lot of things from PROs that were already doing their job before I got here. You know, it's all about asking questions. If you don't know, ask a question. There's no stupid answer. I mean, there's no stupid questions. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about each one teach one.
Right.
So recently, if anybody know, they know I made a PRO chat for all the PROs within the community to get to know each other, pass on information, pass on, you know, different ways of doing things. You know, if I know how to do a lineup on an Android and you don't, or if you not do one on an iPhone and I don't, you know, you pass that information on and you teach each other. So we've been having some little issues about the lineup. Now, this is my philosophy. If you're a PRO, you have specific jobs that you have to do as a PRO. Your job is to promote your team, promote yourself as a PRO. Every waking day, that's your job. Promote yourself, promote your team. If it's just a good morning from such and such and such and such a club, that's you promoting your team, no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? You reach out to different PROs. You know, like, hey, you know, I'm such and such from this team. If you have any flyers, can you send them to me? You know, like when I first started, I asked my daughter, because my daughter was in the community. She was a master sergeant for Eaton's Crush. Well, so she was at Eaton's Crush and she was with Lady Mercenaries. So I said, well, what does a PRO do? She was like, Mom, your phone gonna be popping. And I was like, okay. So she said, you sure you want that job? I said, that's what they asked me to do. I just want to know, what is it about? And she said, your phone gonna be popping. Your job is to get information for parties and this and that from different people. And I was like, okay, I could do that. As soon as I got off the phone with her, my daughter must have sent me like 50 event flyers. My phone was popping. Listen, I went in her friend's page. This is no lie. I went on her friend's page. Anybody with PRO behind their name, I friend requested them.
Yeah.
PRO, VP, president, sergeant. Listen, if it was behind your name on Facebook, I was like, friend request, friend request, friend request. Listen, my shit popped. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like they don't do that now. So now my PRO on site. Hey, on site. Giving you a shout out to my PRO on site Royals.
I see you on site.
So, like, her thing is, Queen, you spoiled the PROs. Okay, I did.
You did.
I did.
You did.
I did.
Sure enough.
I did, because I put the lineup up every day for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I put it in the groups. I put it on Facebook. I put it in the groups on Facebook. I put it in the different club books groups on Facebook.
Inbox.
Like I sent it to inboxes, people, all types of stuff.
I wasn't an inbox person. She ain't love me like that.
But she got it though.
Right.
I had to search for it.
She's such a liar.
I got it. I was always
right. See, you know, but it was like she's like, you spoil the PROs, you spoil them, and for real, it wasn't really about spoiling. It was like I made when I took on this position, I made up in my head I was going to be the best at this position. Period. That's it. No matter what that meant. If your president is calling me for the lineup, then I know I'm doing my job.
okay.
Period. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? It don't take nothing away from nobody else. It was just in my mindset, I'm going to be the best at the position.
Right.
I didn't know how to make a lineup. I asked Freckles. I asked maybe how you make a lineup. Freckles is the one who told me, this is how you do, this is what you do. You put your stuff in here, you hit this, it should look like this. And that's how we went. I was like, that's it? She said, that's it. I was off to the races. Done. Pew! Shout out to Freckles.
Sister.
You know what I'm saying?
Queen
Like,
taught me how to do the lineup. And I sent it to her for approval after I did it to make sure I had it all. Did I not?
mm-hmm.
I think everybody did because I was trying to do a flyer and I'm like, Queen, can you fix this? I need you to fix this because I don't know if it's right. I tried it, but I don't think it's right.
Man,
So
looky here.
What? We raised them royals out.
She helped me out a little bit because I didn't know what I was
Hey,
doing.
Press.
Grab a chair.
What's up, sis?
So like Queen told me, like I was on the phone with her. She got tired of me calling her. I'm like, Queen, I got issues going on in my life, but I need to learn how.
Right.
Did I not?
Yes, you did.
I got issues going on in my life, but I need to learn how to do a lineup.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you supposed to do it? Like, so I started out with asking Freckles. I asked Magnificent.
Yeah.
I got bits and pieces of information from both of them. And they told me where to go, but with my phone, it wasn't working right. So
Right.
all of the stuff that they was telling me, I'm like, Queen, it's not doing it. Queen was like, all right, Machete, download this, and this.
That's right.
That's what she told me.
That's
because
right.
everything that I was downloading wasn't working for my phone.
Right.
So I'm like, however they doing it, it's not working like that. Hey, Major.
Hey, Major.
Unique.
Hi, baby.
Hey, Brad's in the back.
Introducing our
My
president.
presence here, Mocha.
And
Hey,
the And the president of our Norristown Social
So,
is here, Unique.
so when I was like, it's not working. Queen said, download this app, go in there. It should look like this. She sent me blink. I sent the black blink like this.
She did. We was playing phone hockey.
Like, listen, when I tell you it was like this, she was like, all right, just make sure that this not on there, this not on there, that not on there. All right, thank you. How it look now? She like, you got it, Shetty, you got it. I was like, thank you so much. You just don't know. So,
like when I was a PRO, right? They told me
we got 2 ex-PROs. You're not a PRO anymore. What are you now?
I am the president of Precious Queen Divas. I was a PRO also, but when I was a PRO, a lot of people told me I was too friendly with people, and I'm like, well, I thought that's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be out here meeting people, meeting new folks. So they told me I was too friendly. I'm like,
That don't sound right.
that don't sound right because I thought you're supposed to meet and know each other, go different places and know who it is. But then they got assuming, oh, I'm dealing with this person or this person because I was cool with the person. I was like, oh, you can't be cool with men as a PRO. You just got to be cool with females. That's what they was making me feel. I'm like, okay, all right. It was crazy.
Well,
I was told to go to the most bright, bubbliest person and get your connection through them. Most of the time, that was the men. Because the women's asses is always on their back for some reason.
I don't like her hair.
I don't like her butt. No kind of way. Like when you walk up to a female and you're a new face in the community, why is it that your face is turned up? You have no idea who I am. You don't even give me a chance to explain to you who I am. So why is your face turned up? We probably hold the same position. I probably can bring your position joy. Why is your face turned up? I don't understand that. Like, that shit is crazy, and it's only amongst the females.
Now listen.
And that's true though, sis, because people see us because we don't have vests yet. It's not because we don't have a vest.
Thank you.
We have a vest, but I'm not just putting a vest on my team when they haven't been in community. I wore a vest a few times. So it's not, I'm just like, oh, go ahead and get a vest and put a name on it. No, you got to earn this shit at the end of the day. So I'm not giving it to anybody. At the end of the day, I'm making them earn their vest and put their name on it. I had when y'all get our vest? Oh, we getting our shit made, but it's none of y'all business when we putting it on our back. But I've been on set longer than some of these people out here. So just because you don't see a vest on my back don't mean I know nothing about the community.
Right.
I've been doing this for 7 years. I know more about it.
Now listen, when I first came out, I was the vice president of Aftermath. I went from vice president
I remember.
aftermath up to president of social, a vice president of aftermath social team.
Mhm.
Went from vice president to aftermath social team to president of aftermath social team. Went from president of the social team, called myself trying to lay back in the cut on Mother Chapter and be nobody. They was like, fuck out of here. You met too many people when you was on social.
Right.
Mhm.
It's too many people that love you
Right.
for you to sit in the cut. My whole team unanimously voted me PRO of Mother Chapter. I'm like, man.
That's because you bright and bubbly.
What was wrong with
I'm
that?
bright and bubbly.
You bright and bubbly.
You is
Until
Michelle.
you make me mad.
And then you gonna cut a motherfucker.
You like to talk. You like to talk. You bright and
I
bubbly.
had fun. I mean,
And
like,
as you should. And that's the PRO position.
People make
You
this
should
a
enjoy
job.
life, have fun, and turn
That
up.
should be
enjoy
any
life.
position.
I
Any position.
I think a lot of the PROs make it harder, make the position harder than what it has to be.
no, I'm gonna tell you why.
That's because people on that chapter don't even know.
No.
what
I'm gonna tell you
PRO
why.
stands
There's so many PROs that have the position and don't do it.
for.
Hey,
Hell no.
speak that.
It's not that they don't know it. So many people. It's a generational gap. Bottom line, back when we were
It is.
young,
Mhm.
our parents taught us to do for ourselves.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Because we were taught to do for ourselves and we had so many responsibilities when we were young. A lot of the parents, when I had a kid, I'm not going to do, my kid's going to be able to do X, Y, Z, and they hand everything to them.
Mhm.
So they're so used to getting everything handed to them. They expect you just to give them all the information that they need. Oh, I'm a PRO.
But what about
Instead
these
of
ones?
learning.
Even with that, but what about these ones that's been in the community? It's some PROs that's holding titles that's been in the community just to have a title so they can feel like they sitting above somebody else.
Right.
They're not even, it's not even a point, like I get the younger people because we got to teach them how to rock what they have on their vest. But these ones that's been here
But
for
you,
10 years, 7 years, 5 years,
Mhm.
3 years,
Mhm.
what's their excuses right now of not knowing what's on their back
But
or what's on their front?
can I just
I can't hear you. You got to move up to the right,
Mocha, move
Fred.
up,
You got to move
Mocha.
up to the right.
can I just say that it's not just PRO. It's
No,
because we came from a time where we had to learn every position before we could move.
Right.
So, I never held the PRO position, but thanks to this lady over here, I know how to be a PRO. If she ever say, "Mo, I'm sick, I can't do it," and my PRO can't, I gotta step in and do it. I know how to do that. I know how.
I gave my prez a
I know
challenge.
how to be a secretary. I know how to be a sergeant if I have to.
Hey.
We came from the line that we had to learn every position and
every
be able
position.
to do it. Not saying that I want to do it, but if I gotta do it,
You
I'm
want-
stepping there.
Mhm.
Say that, Mocha.
And what I've said on many of my shows, you got magic members. And that's something I'm going to continue to say until everybody learn what they need to do. You got magic members. 1 week, you got 3 members. And when come time to get a count up or a trophy,
Talk
you got
about it.
997
Say that.
members.
Say it
All of
again.
them got colors
Say it
and
with
all
your
of them
chest.
got
Say
tagged
it.
cards.
They don't hear you
Say
though.
it.
They don't hear you.
And I say that on a regular basis. All this light skin shit.
hey.
Say it.
I'm mad because
You
I
want a
grabbed-
shot?
I grabbed the wrong bottle.
I got some bottle for you if you want something, you know.
About what?
I'm not responsible. That's all I'm gonna say.
See, you're not listening to me. That light skin shit.
Is this for smooth?
Whoever put that cup up there is for.
It's that
So-
light skin shit that gets
Like
you
crazy.
turned on.
Light skin shit look like Michael Jackson. Like, stop.
So look, y'all don't know that my PRO gets
Mocha.
on me all the time.
What color?
What color?
It's white.
It's white.
It's white.
It's light
She drink-
skin.
Orange.
Stop with your.
It's a rum punch.
It's one point.
My PRO gets on me
Excuse me.
constantly.
No, it's not.
Who are
We
you?
don't promote anybody.
Can you pour some of that in that cup? That
We ain't promoting nobody.
Listen,
please.
she gets on me. She like you give.
I said
she
run
the problem
punch. I
is
didn't say
you give them everything.
Run.
She look. She chewing me out there. Look,
I said run.
look, Machete.
That means go the
She
opposite way.
chewing my ass out.
Thank you very much.
She like, yep, because Queen handed them everything.
On-site can't chew nobody out for
See,
shit.
this,
Down.
I think the PRO
Right.
position is like a Pepsi commercial. It's a new generation, and everybody
How that
gets
You
work?
pointed
just
out.
keep
shit.
running and running and running.
You know what?
You're running.
The PRO position.
It's not new
The PRO
generation.
position should be an exciting position,
It's
not just
fun.
because it's a
It
public
is.
relations
Fun.
officer, because you get to meet everybody. Like
Right.
at the end of the day, the challenge should be how many people at the end of the night could you know?
Mhm.
If you got your own team, if you're a part of a team, if that's what you're doing for your team and y'all have club nights, why do you want to keep seeing the same faces?
That's right.
Like at the end of the day, and
Can I
I'm
not
not
just
I'm
say
not
that?
taking
Yeah.
nothing from nobody. The love is great,
Right.
but why do you keep wanting to see the same faces?
Why you
Why
wanna
not
keep
bring
going to
different
different
people to a different atmosphere?
Right.
You travel somewhere different so that you can show out the rags that you got on your back.
That's
Like
right.
that's what a public relations officer is supposed to do. If people don't know what PRO stands for,
Right.
that's what it stands for.
Public relations officer.
And that's
Meaning
crazy
you're
because
Public.
I just
Meaning
told
you're supposed
It's private.
you're supposed to talk to everybody. When I was a PRO, the first
communicate.
I was told to go find the VP. Nobody else on the team. They challenged me to, if you could talk to the VP, you could talk to the president. If you could talk to the president, you could talk to anybody on that team.
That's right.
That was my challenge. Talk to the VP. Not taking nothing from nobody else, but that's what I did. The men in this community are horrible when you don't know them. And I'm being really serious on that because they teach you
That-
the right way to know the old
Absolutely.
school men. I'm gonna say that.
Old school.
Teach you the right way of how you're supposed to approach a person of stature. The problem is when people get in titles of president, vice president, you're not unapproachable. It's how you approach them.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you talk to them. It's the character that you have. But my name goes a long way. They never call me Unique. My name is Unique. Unique Norristown SC. Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Y'all love to call me by my name
I just found out.
because
Excuse me.
in the community, Tika does go a lot of ways. Like it was both ways. People before I was named when I came to the community. I didn't create my own name. The name was given to me because I had a unique way of going to talk to people. Because of being a PRO, and that came from my co-founder, Cowboy. He taught me how to be a PRO. So he said, if you want your name to stand out, you want us to give you a name, you gotta earn it. It wasn't given to me. I had to earn it.
Oh
So
shit.
me earning that name, I became unique because it was a way of going to approach different people. And if you really want to be technical about it, you should never have to always wear your rags for somebody to recognize you.
That's right.
Okay, number one.
That's
You
right.
should never have
That's
to wear
right.
your rags. If I go anywhere and I've been a PRO, a sergeant, a regular member for 2 days.
Me too.
I was a regular member for 2 days. 2 whole days.
2 whole days.
2 whole days. But when I go anywhere, if I don't put my rags on my back, I'm still
They
known.
funny as shit.
And the first thing somebody's gonna say is, "Hey, Prez, where
Watch
is
the
your
camera. You
sergeant?"
moving the camera. You know that camera is lined up specifically.
Everybody can't
We're
fit
gonna
over there.
swing.
Oh.
Can't nobody
You
else
gotta
fit
swing
over
over
there.
there, side.
I'm about to say swing
All
in
right,
there.
just pull it in there and then black the
You know what
chair
I'm saying?
out.
So that's the stature you're trying to get at is when you walk. You don't have to have your rags on for people to know who you are and
Right.
what you stand for.
Right.
Right.
If you have to put your rags on for somebody to recognize who you are in the community, you ain't there
doing
yet.
it. You ain't doing it.
You ain't
Look at
there
that.
yet.
So
Right.
when I first started walking,
Speaking
as the vice president of Aftermath, right? Everywhere we went, because there was never a social or auto and truck of Aftermath. So when we started running in Philadelphia, we was the first auto and truck and social team. So everywhere that I went when I first put my colors on, it was, who the fuck is Aftermath? No, not who are you? Who the fuck is Aftermath? Who the fuck is Aftermath? Hello, I'm Machete. I'm the vice president of Aftermath Social. Everywhere I went, hello, I'm Machete.
Mhm.
I'm the vice president of Aftermath Social.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I am Machete. So I did this everywhere I went. So after a couple of weeks, because we was running
Everywhere.
everywhere, every day, all the time, and we was closing out houses. So I done got kicked out of almost everybody's house in the motherfucking community.
Wait. You ain't never get kicked out of the Floyd disturbance?
No, excuse me. Kicked out after everything is doing, and we the only ones in your house. Yes,
Yes, you
we
did.
did.
It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I
3
wanted to
o'clock
go
in the morning
home.
is nothing. Excuse
I
me.
wanted to go the fuck home.
Excuse me. We done left spots 12 o'clock the next day.
Used to
We
party
done
like
ordered
that.
breakfast at the spot we at, and they delivered that shit.
That's how it
And
was.
then went to the next spot. We done partied all night long, got breakfast at the spot, then went to March of Dimes and walked the walk.
Oh, yeah.
I say that.
We did that.
Yeah.
So
We did
it's like,
Listen, when
not only did we not stop drinking, we was drinking during the fucking walk.
I know that.
listen, when I was we did the
Broad
Broad Street run when I was the
Oh my
the PRO for Platinum Dynasty. So we had a club night the night before. The next day was the Broad Street run. We had to be at Washington Ave and Broad at 6 in the morning.
Everybody,
We didn't leave club night till 4 in the morning. So listen, me and Mocha in the buffet on Delaware Avenue sleep. Sleep. Okay, crazy.
It was so bad they forgot to get their VP from work. I was at work like, what the fuck?
And everybody know Wide Body never sleeps.
That's alcoholic.
So when I came into the community, I was with Wide Body. As a prospect, don't smile at me, A1, because you was my fucking pain in the ass. You know it, that's why he laughing. But at Wide Body, as a prospect, he was there from the time that door opened.
Oh, and now it goes to like 5 a.m.
Excuse me. And then you go to the fucking walk and you come back there. They let you go home and take a shower. You might get a nap. You sleep in the chair that you sitting in. You earn your
No,
color.
sissy, that wasn't that
Excuse
year.
me.
Like literally. So I know about them all-nighters. I don't think I want them no more.
Hey, how about this?
I ain't doing that no more. I'm too old for that shit now. I'm glad I got these rags in my bed.
Look, I work too many days.
All right, so everybody who know my brother Pretty Boy, whose name is not Pretty Boy anymore.
Yeah, I learned that recently.
Yes.
Look, he still answer for me.
He answered for certain people.
Yes,
But
he
listen,
do. He answered for me.
listen. We did a whole weekend in Philadelphia on live, running from place to place to place, never stopping, never going to sleep. Everybody that was on our live thought we was out of state.
Oh my God.
Real shit. All weekend long. From 9 o'clock Friday night until about 8:30, 9 o'clock Sunday. The whole fucking time, everything was on live. Now, okay. Saturday morning, we went over to Jab's house. We literally went to the store, was in the market on the store. In the store, in the market, on live, cutting the fuck up. Almost hit some lady in the rollabout with a football. Yo,
She's in the rollabout.
she was in the rollabout. She was rolling. I threw the football. And went past her head like that. I ducked down on the floor like it wasn't me. Like when I tell you, I slipped down so fast that they came to check and see if I fell. That's how fast I went down because that ball was like. Right? All right. So from there, we went to Jab's house, right? I sneak off in Jab's room. Right back at you, Mariah.
Your tattoo gave it away.
Don't look like with Fairy Mary at the downstairs.
Ask me no questions. I tell you no lies.
She say Fairy Mary
Yes,
though.
you did.
She was like, yes, I'm sorry. Can you please use the back door? You might be on the back door.
Right. So wait. So I snuck off to take a nap. I'm not one who runs when you scare me.
You wanted to cut, right?
I'm asleep. Pretty boy standing his hands down on the bed. Shady, what the fuck is you doing? Bah, 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 bah. He like, oh shit, Shady. I go, that wasn't a good idea, was it? I hit him in the face 7 times before his head hit the bed. Now when he wake me up and I'm asleep, he like this, Shady. Look, I'm being gentle, Shady.
Look, I remember being at what's his name? 856 anniversary. RD came out in full force. It was like 30 of us. We in here. We out here. Yo. Next thing I know, I turn around in the parking lot. These motherfuckers they got off the doggone paratransit bus. It's like 35, 40 of them. I'm looking like, did they really get a bus? Did they really get a bus though? Did they really get a bus?
Excuse me, not only did we come up,
I was like,
we came
oh,
up
okay.
with the bus bouncing with the music blaring.
It was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
They changed our name from Aftermath to After Party.
It was crazy. I said, okay. So now when RD moved like that, we get the bus. How many is it? 40? We out here. Let's go.
It's sad because
I got a
teams used to
couple
always party. Everybody piggyback off each other. When it was events, everybody used to look together and show up together.
And that's how you
People don't even do that anymore. It's just so many unnecessary beefs. I get
Right.
an argument, but what is the unnecessary beef? If you can't reconcile.
It's not unnecessary. What it is
Female.
behind closed doors. It's 49 people sleeping with the same nigga. Oh, I said that.
Preach.
Or
Yeah, you said
it's
that.
49 niggas
and
sleeping with the same chick.
And I'm gonna say it again.
All right, I'm gonna
Wait,
stop.
I'm gonna pause.
Preach.
And I'm gonna say it again. It's an unnecessary
Preach.
beef because you already know before you giving that nigga booty or you getting dick from that dude that what he already doing. Like you know already. This community ain't private in a lot of this shit that's
Sure
doing.
enough,
Yeah,
So you already know
knew.
that nigga got 10 chicks
Sure
behind him, and if you don't, the most unattractive person get a lot of play. So you already know that it's what's going to go on.
You hear me?
Why be in your feelings about it if you already know?
Because they the only one. Wait, let me say it twice so I make it
Because
real.
these dudes be lying.
Wait.
At the end of the day.
It ain't just
Say
the
what you
dudes
just-
lying.
These chicks be lying too.
What
I'm playing the devil's advocate right now.
I lie sometimes.
Say it again.
I lie sometimes.
Ain't nobody.
Whether they over there.
It's just complicated. Complicated.
Excuse
But
me.
somebody got somebody. Somebody is somebody. The problem is
Listen,
somebody.
I refuse to community smash.
That's the old war.
And she refused
Community
to community
smash.
smash.
All I'm saying is if you fucking my man, I need money. Okay, because this is about to be.
High five, sister. High five.
So I'm doing two days.
That's what I
Just in
said.
case, FYI.
That's what I said.
My money, bitch.
That's what I
Because you
said.
can't play with my toys for
That's what I said. I said the same thing. I said the same thing. I said the same
That's my
thing.
white black
Listen,
Pimp Mommy Mariah.
they look. They
I'm not paying mommy Mariah, but bitch, we ain't gonna be from the same motherfucker, and I'm not getting up without the deal.
And you ain't broke, right?
they
Fuck
asked
that.
me the same thing.
Everything you fucking my nigga for free.
Wait,
That's
I seen the post said, listen, his birthday coming up. How many of y'all bitches dating him? We gonna go half on the birthday present.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Teamwork.
Look, they asked me.
They said
so
teamwork makes the
Queen,
dream work, right?
they said so Queen, smooth, the girls be out here with smooth and stuff like that. I said, okay. I was like, they was like, you don't feel no type of way? No, let that girl know she can either take, thank you. She can listen. She got to make sure I had my Coors Lights she gotta either take the dog on gas bill or the rent. You understand what I'm saying? Look, he was like, damn, you gonna put me, you
Excuse
motherfucking
me.
right.
I don't want no goddamn chorus light. I drink.
Well, I drank
I drink that boy and his friend Black.
But the crazy shit is, you coming at each other for what? Like, you coming at each other for what?
Cause it's stupid.
Come at the nigga.
What-
I can change.
And that's my.
What I
know, but-
listen.
But you coming at each
You're
other.
not gonna come for me.
Yeah.
I don't owe you shit, man.
That's right.
Like, where are you coming at
He
each
owe
other?
you for shit.
Because at the end of the day,
and he in your feelings.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about you or your feelings.
And
right.
Don't come to me, talk to him.
Right.
Yeah, at the end of the
That's
day, you're
And
coming
that's how I
for
feel
me
also.
for what? Because he ain't leaving, he ain't moving, he ain't going nowhere, and you was a mirror in his imagination because he denied your ass
He said,
10 times before he even said your name.
We had
So why are you coming for?
talking to the city.
It's too much. It's just too much, and that's the separation. It's worse now than what it ever was, but it's the freaking females. And to the people that's bringing people in the community, if you are it's a lot of the
Make 'em
females,
wait.
the males too. But if you bringing people into the community and you don't know the person that you bringing into this bitch, you haven't told them everything that goes on in the community. That's a big problem because a lot of people
You setting them up for failure.
You setting them up for failure. You bring them in, and the only thing they see is the party. Because most of the time, that's what you bring them to. I'm only speaking on the aspects of being a president now because when I bring somebody in, they suspect because I suspected for 3 years before I even joined the community.
Right.
And I couldn't even walk in wide body like, oh yeah, this cool. I want to be a part of it. I went to walks. I went to community services.
That's what I
fed
did.
people. I did all kinds of stuff as a suspect.
Right.
And when I came to be a prospect, I didn't get no clock for being a damn suspect. I was a prospect for them amount of days, and I had to work my ass off. And my first community service was wheels and a goddamn
Book back drive.
no. It was that park shit that they used to do, and I ran 250 freaking hot dogs, 300 hamburgers, freaking had waters and sodas standing out in a 90-degree weather. Listen, and served all day. Had to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning to clean the park, and didn't leave until 10 o'clock at night when the last fucking wheels got on his bike and rode off. That was prospecting. Because it made me know whether or not this was for me. Real shit.
And
But
that's
now,
why I did.
they don't
And
even,
I agree with you because that's facts. That's real.
you know what I'm saying? On some real shit. Because if I knew that day was either going to make me or break me.
And
Right.
that's facts.
Real
Nowadays,
shit.
They just bring up anybody.
Yup, these
I don't
prospects
care
we
now,
got nowadays.
whoever
They
they
bring-
bring anybody.
Yeah.
And it's like, who here you go?
When you
so wait a minute, I have a question today.
And they don't
And
know.
listen,
They don't know their
that's what I
place.
said.
Wait. I have a question today.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then who is to blame?
the person to
Is
blame
it the
person
club
that's running.
president,
It's
the club
listen,
founder? Who's to
No,
blame
the club-
if the
wait,
people
wait.
that's coming in? Wait a minute, let me finish my question. Who's to blame if the people that are coming in are not properly being taught or not properly
That's the club
prospecting?
That's the club
Who does that
president.
fall on?
Let me say
That's
something.
the club president.
Okay, correct.
Because at the end of the day,
Whoever
you
brought them
have
in.
the final fact. No, it's not who brought them in. Because you are the president. You have the say to say, I want this person on my team or I don't want this person. If you don't know the work ethics of the person you know brought in, that's a problem.
That's why my team
That's
is
a problem.
prospecting.
Okay, so
Excuse me.
now-
Oh, wait a minute. So if you're not prospecting properly, like I said,
Mhm.
it always falls back
On the
to the magic members. Magic members. Because you're so willing to increase your numbers,
Right.
teaching goes out the window. It really does. Because you're so quickly, because I want these trophies. I'm gonna put these people in these vests. I want to make sure that when we walk in here, we squad deep. Fuck all of them because we big as shit.
Let me say
No,
this.
With the most
No,
problem.
can I
Wait
say
a minute. Wait a minute.
When it comes to these prospects, I'm gonna go back from where I started and come up. When I started, no, we didn't prospect, but we got treated like prospects
I
for a
did.
year.
Mhm.
For a year, we had that. But they came in, when they found out we didn't prospect, They treated us like prospects.
surely
Go
did.
get this, go get that. There was no,
We need you
I'm
here
not,
at this
we need
time.
you here at
We
this
need
time.
you over here at
That
this
taught
time.
us.
Yeah.
But now you bring these people in, and yes, they suspect, and they see the fun side, but the person that's bringing them in is not telling them. When you become a prospect, things are different.
Right.
And then when you're telling them, this is what I need you to do as a prospect, you get
Why that is because the people that's bringing them in didn't do the walk them goddamn.
They just put vests on them. And
But
then,
you can't- but wait,
listen,
You can't
I'ma
just
say this.
you just can't bring the people that's bringing them in.
right?
Because the president,
But
at the
here's-
end of the day, let me finish. The people can bring them in. You can bring in whomever.
Machete.
You can bring in whomever you want to bring in. But at the end of the day, the president still has to view this person. The president still has to view this person. When you go in front of your board or whoever you got to go in front of, they don't call the person that brought them in to go stand up and talk for this person.
No.
The president is the person that talks for the person that's coming onto their team.
Right.
If you don't know the work ethic of the person that your person is bringing on, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Here's my
And then, hold up, can I say
Not only that, nowadays folks are scared to give additional time, additional work.
Can you
It's
say
like-
that?
it's
No,
like-
listen.
Let me tell you something. I've had so many people come to RD and be like, oh, in my 90 days, I'm done. In my 120 days, I'm done. And then you get up in front of me and you don't know what you're doing. And I say, oh no, this ain't for you. Then it's
Is that my
attitude.
card?
Then you mad. Then you like, why not? You said this many days. Let me tell you something. I worked at a job. I had a 90-day probation. On my 91st day, the lady that I worked for said, you're
Right.
not ready. You still on probation. I
Right,
quit.
right,
I
right.
had to stick it out and prove her wrong. Nobody
Right.
believes in proving nobody
And
wrong
see,
no more.
and you know what? I'm gonna say something, right? Because a lot of people they come at us like, when y'all getting our vest? Me and my VP, we've been doing this for a long time. You know what I mean? So I'm not just gonna give people their vest. They gotta earn that shit at the end of the day. We earned our shit. I started with Philly Truck Squad 7 years ago. You know what I mean? So I tell people, just because y'all don't know me, don't mean I'm new out here. You got so many people just giving people vests, and they don't deserve that vest.
Mhm.
I'm making my team earn their vest.
Exactly.
I had a vest on plenty of times, a few times. So a vest ain't nothing to me. But I'm not giving my team a vest if they don't earn that shit. So we was out at somewhere Sunday. I'm not gonna say no names, but we was somewhere. And it was like, when y'all getting our vest? We got our shit, but we gonna earn our shit.
Oh, that's a boost. Move
I'm
your
sorry.
phone. Move your phone.
What you doing?
I'm sorry.
Bring some tissues. Tissues. We need tissues. Damn.
That's alcohol abuse. I just like to say.
It is, 'cause that was
I'm
just
sorry.
good.
I'm sorry. But
That is alcohol abuse.
listen, we just making sure people, like I said, me and my
She just made
VP,
you more
Give us
flavorful.
that thing.
we've been on set for
What's
a
the
long
more so you can
time.
wipe the phone off?
Here.
Each one, teach one.
Right.
And that's why I said, I hear so many people say, oh, y'all got your vest yet? Oh, I made them wait 6 months. I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
Take that case
Y'all
off.
put people, y'all put vests on people that don't deserve that shit because y'all want numbers. I don't care about numbers. I want loyalty at the end of the day.
Here's my question, because I yes, the president should be held responsible, but most people that bring people into the community, they bring in their family, so they would know the work ethics of their family better than I would as a vice president. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if they did the whole suspect hang around thing and stuff like that, and they was introduced like, hey, this is my VP, blah blah blah. This person isn't going to be a hang around. They want to do this. They want to see what the club is about. That's different. But if you're bringing somebody in, that person that brought them in should be the one that speak up for their character.
Right.
It shouldn't be where the president is like, well, this person, no, because the president gets to know that person during the course of the prospecting period.
Right. And
You
you
understand
change
what I'm saying?
position. You're going to always change position.
That's how it is.
But to
You know
say,
what I'm saying?
but to say against that, I understand what you're saying, Queen. But the president also has to give that person the okay to bring that person in.
Right.
Listen to what I'm saying.
And you're
The
right.
president, the president is giving that okay. if you come to me and you come to Norristown and you say, this is the person that I know, if I don't take it amongst myself to personally get to know that person that you're bringing into our collaboration, that's a bad job on me.
Right.
Because you're bringing
wait.
that new person into our domain. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're bringing it into our domain.
Right, you're right. I totally agree with you. I don't think that it's just on the president.
No,
it's on every full colored member that has walked the walk that they walk. So, with that being said, let's switch over to not so much negative and let's do some positive things. So let's talk about the community services things that we do in the community and things like that.
Right.
Because it's not just all partying. It's not just all.
But you know how you would know that? It's called fucking research. Because at the end of the day, no matter who you bring in and whoever comes in along with you,
This wasn't
not only is it your job to teach them, but it's
their job to learn.
Especially when they got a position.
Because
it's not even just position.
It's called hang around first.
join a club.
And that's why I have my folks. I have
Who am I joining?
What is your team about? Since you started.
Yes.
I got 2 hang-arounds right now because I told them one thing I don't force nobody to join my team. I tell them, I said, once you hang around us a few times so you can see if this is for you, because the club is not for everybody.
It's not.
So in order for you to come out, you need to see what we're doing. No, it's not all about partying, turning up, and everything else. I started from Philly Truck Squad. They was doing a lot of positive stuff, community service. I'm like, okay, I liked it because before I was even in the club, I was doing community service with my city. I'm from Chester. Everybody think I live in Philly. I'm a Chester chick, but I love Philly at the end of the day. But you know what I mean? I turns up, but I like to give back. My problem is community service. I like to do community service. So I tell anybody, if you have something, reach out to me because I'm down with it. I'm make my team down with it. My cousin, he in the club. We about to do something next weekend for Chester because we got a lot of homeless people in Chester. And so we about to turn that stuff up in Chester. I saw my cousin, he said for his birthday, he wanted to give back to the community instead of partying, whatever. So I said, me and my team want to help you out. Let me know what you want to do, and we gonna do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just send me the info.
I'm all info. I don't care whatever community service we want to rule the service. We help them out plenty of times.
I think
I'm with that.
I think that's something that has to be to it too, because if you're bringing people out, you understand, and the only thing they show up for is the party and not for the community service.
Right.
Exactly. Then
What
you
the
don't
problem is?
you don't want that member. You already know you
The
don't want
problem is we bring them. You got to think about when you bring the people out. When the people come to you about joining, they don't come to you when you're at a community service.
That's not.
They don't come to you when you're doing anything.
Some of them do.
Some
do.
But it's very faint. Most people come to you when they come to your clubhouse and they see how your team is moving, or they see how y'all interact with one another. They don't know the other side of it. One thing I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna put me out there right now. My sister came to my team, and I had a suspecting for my team. I love my sister to death. Everybody kept saying, why she ain't pay her joining fee yet? Why she ain't join yet? I said, because besides coming to this clubhouse, she gotta go community services. We gotta go to other people's stuff. I gotta see how she react
to the different situations.
To the different situations. And the biggest situation is the men in the community.
Exactly.
The men in the community to me is the biggest situation, because when you're a new face, and you're a female,
you knew me.
You get all the attention. But how you divert and digress your attention. I'm not telling you not to talk to whomever you talk to, because that's your business. But how you perceive it, dish it back, your whole interaction with it, I need to pay attention to that. Just because you my relative don't mean you a fit for us.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I had to tell my sister, you're not a fit here. Because that attention you're not used to getting, and you didn't know how to address it. And being as though you don't know how to address it, that's an embarrassment, not just on me, but on my team. You can't be here. It's not just about me. I love you to death at the end of the day. It's about my team. So I rock my colors as well. You know what I'm saying? If you're not royal disturbance, then you can't be royal here. You can do whatever you want to do on your time with whoever you want to do it with. You just cannot have this rocker on your back doing the things that you do.
Now,
and
listen.
I'm gonna love you no less.
With that being said, when I was the vice president and the president of Aftermath SC,
Ooh, she saved me some Kool-Aid.
that was still a commercial. All right, so look, there were a couple of females who were in different teams, and their particular team shut down, and they loved the fuck out of us. We love everybody.
Right,
we party with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we want to come over there with you. Da, 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 da. But the way they ran when they were in the team that they were in, they were not a fit for where we were, because some of the stuff that they did not reflect the stuff that we did. So they asked to be part of the team, and I was like, oh, no.
But you gotta be strong to say no. Most people are not as strong to say no. Like you said before, some people was looking at numbers. Females, we are women. Everybody know we all don't get along at all times. We don't. Even amongst our own family, we don't get along. We have our quarrels. But if you have a quarrel and you can't mend from that quarrel, you can't get back to where you was from that quarrel, then you ain't meant to be there.
Right.
Exactly.
You touched on something.
Right.
And like, to listen, when I say, like, there were ladies, like, there was one perception of SCs, which is out there, which there are people who still hold that perception. The way we ran as SCs was on the opposite above average side of SCs. It's certain things that we didn't do when we had our colors on. It's certain things still, as an auto and truck person, and me being a woman, I don't do with my colors on. Now, granted, I may get a little bit extra drink inside of me, and a little teeny piece of some of the stuff that I'm not supposed to do with my color on may pop out. One of the reasons why I got called a lesbian, and me and Chaos was lovers, is because I got a little too much to drink in me one day.
The sergeant.
I got a little too much to drink in me one day, and my twerk had a little too much twerk in the twerk.
Was it your birthday?
No, on my birthday, I do not wear colors at all.
I know,
They
but
don't
I'm
even
just
come out
saying,
the house.
like, I understand,
No.
That's the only time, like, literally, I've known you for a long time, so you don't get out of pocket. So I know that. So that's why I say, wait.
No. It wasn't. See, on my birthday, it don't count because I don't have no colors on at all. No. You might know me and you know my face and you know everything. And like I said, I've walked so much and I've done so much that I can go in places without my colors on.
That's me too.
So Goofball said to me, "Oh my gosh, Shetty," because I would come straight from work, colors at home. Go down to Twister's Frankfurt, walk in the door with my work bag, hug everybody in the place. Goofball like, "Shetty, how you hugging everybody in here?" All of them know me.
Right.
She said, "Well, how you do that?" I said, "You're supposed to walk till you know me."
Right. You don't need
And
a vest
still
to be
keep
known.
walking after you know.
You supposed to walk
You
till you
keep
know
walking.
me.
Just because you know me don't mean I'm gonna stop my walk. But you brought up a
Absolutely.
point. You said you were saying that when there's people that are coming to your club and they're not your fit, and you have no problem saying you're not my fit. A lot of folks don't say that you're not a fit. To say that is taboo. I'm not supposed to tell you you don't work for me. And I'm not supposed to tell you you're not doing what I need you to do for my club. What are you doing? What are you worth? What is your value? I don't care if you pay your dues if you don't come out and participate in the community services and in the cleaning of the club.
Just put that vest on, right?
I don't need that because guess what? My grandson can do that.
Now listen.
And he probably put in more work than I can do now.
Right about that.
Ask Unique how many times I got in trouble at community service.
So
But that's the thing. Everybody-
Unique is not standing beside Machete ever again in a community service. Besides us walking in the sun, it's hot. We got leather on our back. She's drinking. And we are dancing and partying and having a great time.
You know what? Smooth,
But
you make me sick.
it goes by so quickly. But those are the relationships that you actually are supposed to have. Like, I enjoy going out into the community and being able to see my sisters and certain ones of my brothers, because I don't know everybody. But when you go somewhere and you link up with people, it's a good time. Like, you should be able to. No.
You can switch it to the other side. It ain't always gotta go to that side.
You should
It'll go to the other
You
side.
should always be able to pop into anybody's anything and have a good time about
Exactly.
it. Like, it should never be where you can't
Listen.
pop somewhere and have a good time about it. And if it gets to the point where you can't, then you need to sit back and look yourself and ask
Reflect.
yourself why
Reflect.
you can't do that.
Mhm.
Because I talk to my board quite a lot. I get on everybody's nerves, including Smooths, even though he like trying to hide behind the microphone. It's not working.
The hood back from
But
You can see me?
I can
I want
see,
to hood back.
but I get on everybody's nerves because if I got questions or
Follow the hallway.
yeah, it's over that
Follow
side.
the bathroom.
You see the stairs.
Yeah, when you get to the stairs, it's right to your left.
But it's
Left.
a lot. It's a lot of if they not. It's a lot of now. I notice that people, if they're not on the same team or within the same family
Circle, they don't
circle,
interact.
they don't interact with other people. We never was taught that when we
The
put
same-
colors on our back.
The same people.
When I came into community, I had to prospect under Twisters SCs. At the time, Mariah was a Twister SC. And I'm going to be completely honest. Her goddess, Henny and Littles Brock was my nightmares. And I'm not even going to lie to y'all. They literally were my nightmares. And Kia, God rest her soul, I love her to death. Misunderstood. They were my nightmares. But on some up and up, they made me understand what wearing my rocker meant.
Yes.
They made me understand what the community was about. They questioned me on things that I didn't even think I was going to get questions on. And they used to come back like you had these answers. People look at certain women in the community and be like, oh, they got their ass on their shoulders or their ass on their back. It's nothing like that. They had to work for what's on their back. So why the hell shouldn't you?
Absolutely.
You should have to work to be able to hang amongst the people that's been here for 10, 15, and 20 years.
Mhm.
But
Right.
you walk in with this aura about you.
I'm gonna be like those people. I just got
Listen,
last year.
You whatever. You want to walk around with this
Mariah.
aura and this certain type of atmosphere on your back, like you like it's all about you. At the end of the day, it's not about you. This is something bigger than you. I appreciate the women that have come in my life. A lot of things have changed, even concluding the two women that sit next to me, my president, my VP, because everybody that knows me know I can go from zero to a lot of thousands real quick.
And when she do that, you see my face?
I pat myself on the back. because
I be like,
it's been
Kevin
a
Hart.
long time
Is you
since
done
that
yet?
has happened.
Is
been a
you done? I be like,
long
is you
time.
done? Is
Did
you
you
done?
finish or
Did
is
you
you
finish
done?
hollering? Did you
At
finish?
the same time.
Well, let me know when you done. Let me know when you done. That's how I be with her. That's how I be. Is you done?
Because I
done?
came in
Okay.
at a time where it was like smack and ask questions later. Anybody know why body? Anybody know if you prospected under Twisters SCs, it was no. If somebody came in that clubhouse or any clubhouse and these women were around and they caused commotion, it was handle your business as a prospect. Not a full colored member. They didn't move. It was to test your ability of how you handle the situation. Either you went into the situation full head throttle, or you found a way to resolve the situation.
But at
I
the
had
same
both
time,
things going
but at the
on.
same time, this is what I say. Yes, we talk about the people, but we have to be willing to learn too.
You're absolutely
Some of
right.
us have gotten so caught up in who we're supposed to be that we forgot to learn. We forgot that there's always an experience that's going to teach us something. We don't want to hear, hey, I think you could do this a little differently or try that. We get up, what you mean? I know what I'm doing.
But not everyone knows how to take constructive
Exactly.
criticism.
Exactly.
And at the same time, you have those who get a certain age and refuse to learn from those who are younger.
They
than
don't want to change.
them.
But
I was a teacher in
You taught people?
I teach people on a regular basis. Excuse me.
I
teach
feel sorry for them kids.
every day.
I
Excuse
feel
me.
sorry for them kids.
Listen,
I was a
love
swim
it.
instructor and a lifeguard for a long time. I taught so many different kids.
When I'm drowning, you better
so many
come because I'm gonna be
different
looking for you. I'm telling you right
So,
now.
Listen,
I don't
don't
know
catch
is
me
it.
when I've been drinking. I'm
See?
trying to tell you. I'll tell you
Let's
in a
see
minute.
money's.
But-
OG's cut.
Quickly, to touch on what you were just saying,
just moved it. I'm sorry.
people don't take constructive criticism for multiple reasons. One is the delivery. The delivery of how you give that criticism. I know I'm one of the ones who, listen, we can have a conversation. Because of who I am, our conversations kind of got to go to a certain way. But if I feel like I'm being picked on
Yeah.
or something like that, the delivery has me tense up. Now I'm tensed up. Now, I mean, I don't mind taking the criticism, but the delivery is,
That matters.
Now
I
listen,
mean,
I have lost multiple jobs. I have lost multiple jobs. And the thing is, just like I'm talking to y'all right now, I talk to my boss the same way I talk to anybody.
So,
Listen, I can take constructive criticism. Don't yell at me and don't talk to me crazy. If you don't yell at me and you don't talk to me crazy, I can't handle what you're saying to me. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you talk to me out of pocket, my brain goes from normal, not just crazy.
Your brain normal? That shit crazy. Wait a minute, time out, pause. I'm
Listen.
stuck on her brain normal. So
See, here we go again. And I keep talking to you nicely. It's like, so like, no, seriously.
on her brain normal. Wait, you
No.
want her brain being normal? I'm just
Oh, so now you're saying I'm abnormal?
I mean, no, your brain normal?
My brain has always been normal. I always think outside the box.
She carry
Just
a
know
lot
that's
of
Not a
knives.
brain.
That is a normal brain.
This is-
Because if you use a
Mhm.
certain amount of percent of your brain, the things that dumb people think is abnormal,
just came out. I was trying to do it.
things that dumb people think is abnormal is actually normal because you're thinking with more of your brain than they are. I had to teach my son because he's mentally gifted. When you say something that people don't understand, smile and agree. Come back later, they ain't catch it. Because he got in trouble because he was younger than a whole lot of the people that he was talking to. And they expected him to be this age because he's using words like actually and certainly and
That's my 4-year-old.
yes, for a 4-year-old.
That's my 4-year-old.
The lady said, "Oh, you was working a little hard today." He said, "Actually, I was working real hard today."
That definitely sounded my 4-year-old.
So when my son actually went to kindergarten, they expected him to be in the first and the second grade, and he wasn't. So they was like, "How you talking like this, and you speaking like this, and you moving like this, and you playing with us, and you not my age?" So
Mhm.
I had to teach him because my son was on 2 different grade levels, and so the kids in the higher grade didn't want him there because
He was little.
he belonged down there.
Down there.
His actual grade was first grade, and he doing second grade work.
Yeah.
And then he would go back to where he was still on the first grade level.
Right.
So like half the day he was in second grade classes, and half the day he was in third grade classes. So his whole elementary experience, he was doing his grade plus the grade above.
Right.
So
But ain't that what we doing in the community? Let's talk about it. Ain't that what we doing in the community?
Mhm.
Because you got people that's on a 3rd level grade, you got people on a 2nd level grade, you got people on the 1st level, and then you got people at the bottom. And if you don't teach from the top level, if you don't teach from the top level to the bottom level to the bottom level to the very bottom level, it stays where it's at. So it's the same as the way children perceive things. Because as everybody keeps saying, these kids are not taught. They're coming in and they're younger. Once we're not here, once we are the elders of the community,
Who's teaching?
then who's teaching
Exactly.
the new people coming in? Because it comes from us. If we see in things that are not correct, the problem is Those of us that are bold enough to say it and that are confident enough, I'm not even going to say bold, that are confident in who they are, you will approach that president or that other member of the team and say something. But those ones that have that, I don't want to make waves. I don't want to make a. I don't want to make waves. I don't have anything to say.
With that being said, that all falls back to how you feel about yourself and everything that you feel about yourself. So, with so many damaged people.
Absolutely.
With so many damaged people. With so many damaged people, you got to get through the damage first. Even with me being a vice president and a president,
it's a lot.
The people that came under me, I told them what I expected of them. I told them where we was going to go. I told them it's not just partying. We do community service. We do different things. Listen, at community service, we was out in Chester with Self, giving a feeding. This young lady she rides up in a 2017 rental car. Fresh Timbs, diamond studs in their ears, fresh cut. Wait. Fresh cut, the whole 9 yards. But it doesn't matter if she's hungry or not. We're out there feeding the homeless. This lady, with all of her brand new, she just came from the fucking barbershop. If you just came from the barbershop, you could have got you a fucking sandwich instead of getting that haircut. But wait a minute. She jumps in front of a man who you know for damn sure was hungry as fuck, waiting in line to eat, to get a fucking platter and take it to the car and give to her girlfriend. And then get back in line in front of the same man to get another platter. So what I said to her was, why are you here?
Right.
Why are you here? You drove up in a brand new car with fresh Timbs that you just got, with a fresh haircut, with diamond studded earrings. Oh, this a rental. He don't have a fucking rental.
Right.
He don't even have
why are you
listen, I'm gonna say this. Born and raised in Chester, PA. We got some ignorant motherfuckers.
I work out there.
And listen, and when I say born and raised,
in media,
I'm from Chester all day, every day. My spot, I hang in Philly. I love Philly, but I'm from Chester. I ain't gonna lie. At the end of the day, most of my team from Chester. But I love Philly. But you got some ignorant motherfuckers in Chester to the point I don't fuck with a lot of people because I don't want to go to jail. I take care of people at the end of the day.
Now listen, so they got free platters and sold them bitches.
And we did that with TK. We did listen. We was like a month ago with LGW. We was feeding homeless in Chester with LGW. I mean, and we looking at people like, really? We know you ain't homeless, but we still gonna feed you, because my thing is, you never know people's situation. They might look, because listen, sometimes I look cute, but I'm a broke bitch at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So it's like, at the end of the day, you never know everybody's situation. Some people look like they got money, but they broke.
And at the same time,
because I can look like I got money, but I'm broke.
Listen, with me being who I am, if you know me, you know, at community service, I'm doing the same shit I'm doing at your clubhouse. I'm doing the same shit that I'm doing everywhere we go. So if they coming up to us and they asking for food and I'm giving it to you, I'm gonna mess with you. What you gonna put on that bagel, lady? This one woman told me, "Oh, I put whatever I got on it. I got in the house on there: apple butter, peanut butter, jelly, syrup." She wait. She went through this whole long list. I said, "We out here feeding the homeless. Why the hell you in this line right here if you got all that at home?" I'm gonna tell you
because she didn't have the baby.
But I'm gonna tell you this. I live in Norristown. So being in Norristown, there's a lot. Majority of recovery houses, different things. Norristown is a recovery. I have been around a lot, and I have a person that he's been working in recovery for as long as I can remember. He always says it's not feeding the homeless, it's feeding the hungry.
Right. That's fortunate.
And he's feeding the hungry because I look like I look.
Say that shit.
But at the end of the day, If I'm hungry,
Hey, Glossy.
I might need you to feed me.
Right.
Because today, right now, at this hour, just because I'm dressed a certain way, don't mean when I go home I got a meal. And I get the fact of a person coming up in a 2017 and all of that, and they doing extra things. I get that. The biggest part of that though is you stunting in front of you, but somewhere in that mirror, there's a disconnect.
There's a hungry
Somewhere
person,
in that
a broken
mirror,
person. That person is broken.
I got a 2017
But you know something?
and I got 3 kids.
No, but you know something?
And working in a nonprofit organization, because where I work, I give tests for HIV. I work in a realm, I deal with HIV and AIDS all day, every day, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year. That's my job.
Yes.
I see a lot. I see people in a different light. So when I come into the community, I see people in a different situation because I've had the opportunity of meeting people. Like, we all sitting here, and I don't know anybody's status, but we all sitting here, and you can be like, I'm not HIV positive, but it can be somebody sitting here looking just like me.
And be
That is. And at the end of the day,
Exactly.
when they go home, they don't have a meal.
Right.
They can be dressed,
But listen,
just like me. Their hair can be done. Their shoes
Yeah,
can
like
be
this.
nice.
Right.
But when they go in the house, they
That's
don't have
true
a meal.
facts.
People's self-pride. Pride in itself is the worst thing in the world, because when people's pride is in the way, I just remember, and only reason I'm saying that because I was in a place where I lost my house, my job, and a nigga in the same day.
listen.
You know what I'm saying? So pride is something, and that person,
I get that.
probably would have spazzed.
Listen,
Same
I
way
get
you
that.
did,
I get
not
that.
being in my situation that I'm in
But
now,
no, listen.
but being in the workforce that I am now, I've learned a different way to deal with certain things. And trust me, people come to my job, and I look at them like, I know you don't need these services. I know you don't need these things, but in this week, I don't know what you went through.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I can take
Like,
that.
it's
I can
different.
take that. I can take that.
You know what I'm saying?
But that same person that I spazzed out on and I pointed to the man behind her, it changed her.
It did.
It changed her
But it takes
because
that.
and that happened a few times. Because with us doing the feedings with Self in Jersey, we were giving out clothes. I done auctioned off clothes for free, like real shit. They was like, Machete, are you really auctioning off clothes? Yes, I'm holding clothes up. All right, now I got me a pair of 36 jeans. They not all the way down to the ground, but they stop
But
at
you
your
make it
knees.
exciting for you. You gotta think about it. You have to.
Y'all know Machete be hype.
You know, she be hype with that. But you have to find a different way to make it exciting for people, to make them feel important. Because I know, like, where I am and where I am every day, and my position and my job is changing. So I will like really be in the field a whole different way. But
Before
where I am now and what I see, the community in itself has a lot of people with a lot of situations.
Right.
Our pride is really like high on each other, and people think just because we have these rags that people don't have situations, and we all have situations because we all go through different situations
and
at
that's
different
true.
times. We're supposed to be the most compassionate towards each other, and we're
And
not.
respected
Let me tell you something.
to each
A lot of them feedings, and I'm gonna be 100% true. I want to get in them lines and eat that meal that's on that table, because at the end of the day, like, I remember when I lost a job, and I made sure that my kids had. But at the same time, when I got in that situation, I slept in my car. You understand what I'm saying? I slept in my car to make sure my son slept in a house that was warm. So when people come with certain situations and in certain factions, and when people see me, they look at me like I'm crazy, but I've been there. I've been in that place, and I've been in that space. I don't ever think that I'm better than anybody else. I don't ever think like I'm more than anybody else. And anything that I try to do for anybody.
Right.
But it's hard to. It really is hard to differentiate when people walk up and their hair is nice.
No, it's not that, like I said.
The attitude is perception.
But at the same time, I told you, I mess with everybody. I have no picks. I'm gonna pick with you and ask you some questions
to
find out.
You do, because in a lot.
And then her laugh. Did y'all ever hear Machete laugh though? Her laugh is enough to make you crack the fuck up.
She'll be crazy.
Right? If somebody came and get a platter, we've all fed the homeless, we've all been so we've all fed the homeless. But just think about the conversations that you have with them people that's coming to get food. The people don't even talk to them. People say nothing to them. We have had people come to the table. I done seen Smooth busted up with people like,
excuse me, you had Smooth on one side of you and me on the other. Excuse me. The conversation that was going on there.
It didn't be true because
that 5-minute conversation
means a lot.
Their whole life.
Well, actually, that's what I want to ask you.
That's true.
I actually want to tell you what happened today about something that happened.
And he didn't even have a place to live.
Right.
He came and he got a platter. He said, I'm a security guard. I just got this job. I'm homeless and I have nowhere to live. But this platter y'all just gave me, I needed to eat tonight. I didn't know where I was going to get food.
That's
and I just came down here to get a platter of food. Like like we look at each other and we think we only one meal away from homelessness.
You better know.
Like real talk. Right. Ain't nobody in here sitting in a mansion over here yonder living in Allen Iverson's. Hey, I live in fucking Kensington. That is the mansion.
Listen.
So we did the same thing, right? I'm sorry, Smooth. I'm gonna say something real quick, right? My aunt, she's no longer here, but she's not in the community, right? So my aunt lost her son a year ago on a bike accident, right? So my aunt just passed away this year, and for Christmas, we done a community service. Mind you, my aunt lived in Chichester, which is close to Chester, right? So my aunt wanted to do a feed because in remembrance of her son, because my cousin, he always was the one that give back. You know what I mean? So we did a thing. We wound up coming to Philly. We did Philly, we did Chester, and we did Delaware. We wound up giving homeless feed, giving back to the community, right? So it was so hurt to see people coming up and they was like conversating and talking to you because you never know what people went through in their life, but they was talking to my family. Like we was up there deep, we had kids and everything. So you never know people's situation. Just because they look like they $50 million don't mean they. So it was like they was talking to our family, telling them what they've been through, and like they work, but they live in the streets. It was a whole lot. So it's like we gotta stop as community folks, stop judging people for what they look like because you never know what people went through. You know what I mean?
That's absolutely
just because
true.
they look like they dumb and bad, you never know their history. You know what I mean?
That's
so
absolutely
my aunt,
true.
She made it her business to go upon God rest her soul, but she made her business to go something in remembrance to her son. Because she wanted to give back to the community. And for Christmas, we did it all. We was everywhere. And you had to see them folks running to our truck, giving out stuff. Like, I had to go live on the situation because it was like, it was ridiculous. It was sad because we can't judge people for what we think they look like or what we think they got.
All right, so listen, right? This was an absolutely awesome show. We actually had more topics we was going to touch up on, but we touched on 2 of them, and that's absolutely great. But I want to say this. My team is actually doing a state-to-state give back.
Oh, cool.
So
yes, definitely.
We're doing a state-to-state give back. And we doing a state-to-state give back. This Saturday, we are doing the SC appreciation, and everyone is welcome. So come out and get appreciated.
I won't be there.
We'll be there.
Hold that for me.
Y'all see that she put a middle finger up on feelings.
Oh wait, here's Smooth. Hold that.
No,
Sorry.
my feelings is hurt.
We sorry.
Right.
We sorry. It's
See, stop fucking with me.
I said hold it. I ain't say lick it.
You know what? Machete,
That's because he nasty.
State to state.
With the state-to-state feeding, well, it's not just feeding; it's a give back. So, we are collecting clothes. donating meals. If you're going to come out and party with us, because you know it's always a party.
What can
with
y'all
us.
drop? Like,
What can y'all let us know?
Can y'all drop the locations and let us know, because
Yes.
that is something that the community should get involved with. That's
Yes.
because that's where
It's not just here.
Right.
Yeah.
As of right
You
now,
travel everywhere over there.
Well, I'm about to say she asked the question.
You travel everywhere over here, my wife.
as of right now, the states that are on the lineup is Philadelphia, Jersey, Maryland. There's two more. I do believe it is Delaware.
Definitely.
I do believe it is.
Well, Machete, I'm on.
Excuse me, you
Machete.
asked me.
I'm sorry.
So they're going state to state.
Mm-hmm.
So everywhere has not been set up yet.
Right.
So if you have some suggestions and you know where we could go to do this event,
Chester.
all information is welcome. So, but we are doing the state to state, and we want as many teams as would
I have
like.
a suggestion.
Hold up. Before you have your
I have a-
suggestion.
Finish, because we got to.
I know we do,
and I
because
gotta go to the bathroom.
because listen, we still ain't
All
go, we still ain't go past the doggone upcoming events for the club. But go ahead,
That's what I'm trying.
come on, get to it, get with it then.
Well, hold up,
You know what?
Machete.
You know what?
I'm gonna say this, Machete. Listen, whatever y'all do, just let us know. Precious Queen Diva is down for whatever community service, whatever y'all down. We down to help
Okay.
y'all. So just let us know at the end of the day.
This is my suggestion. Okay, for your state to state as the PRO for
You're not a PRO no more. What the fuck?
I wasn't talking about me. See, both of y'all wrong. That's not what I said. I was talking to her.
Best friend.
As the I got you, best friend.
I'm
As
talking
the
about best friend.
PRO
She's supposed to be
for triple A's, reach out to the PROs in those states
right.
Okay.
and see where they do, because I know a social club. They had a big social club feed and join, and a few different social clubs in DC had this big ass feed in, and they put it on Facebook.
Okay.
So reach out to different social clubs
Okay.
down there
We
and
down,
whatnot,
right, EP?
and then you could get you
down,
get your
right?
dates together and so forth, and you go from there, and
All
that
right.
way you'll have everything together.
And we down. At the
So
end of the day, we down.
so I'm being smart. I'm being real smart. I'm being real smart right here. Like I'm being smart.
Go ahead.
Hey Queen,
Yes.
can you do the lineup for the night?
You know something? I'm gonna do
Hey,
the lineup for the
Machete.
night too.
At the end of the day, I'm be smart
What's
too.
the day?
Can
Wednesday.
you let us
So we got
talk of the
commission.
city?
We got commission. We
Yeah.
got talk of the city. We got
She know this shit by heart.
we got Will. I'm sorry. We got
Moms.
no, not moms. We got Frankfurt Twister. We
The
got
birthday girl
Wait.
finally
We got Thunder
here.
Band at Charlie B's. So I think that's it.
I drink it now. You get nothing.
What else? What else she said? What's at mom's tonight?
Team.
Oh my.
Race team.
Oh, wait a minute. Pause. Now listen. I needed to say this.
Say it.
And if anybody from Will's race team is listening, I don't mean no harm, no disrespect. But if I don't have your information or my PRO don't have it, it will not get the lineup. I don't see they stuff. I don't see they lineups. I don't see they posts. I don't see they flyers. I don't see anything. When it's a big Will's event and you got to pay $15, $20, I see all those flyers. I don't see no ladies night flyer. I just happen to know that they ladies nights is on doggone Tuesdays.
All right. So
I don't
listen.
see
Hey.
nothing.
This is Machete. You have been with Hanging with the PR. Are you ready, Miss Glossy? You ready? What them A's do? I can't hear you. Get to the motherfucking microphone. Get to the motherfucking microphone.
Hold up, it's my hold up.
You're supposed to say
Listen,
numbers.
my PRO finally came here.
No,
so-
we're not saying happy birthday to her.
Wait, hold up.
Like-
We need a drink for her birthday.
We going down.
Sit your ass down.
Sure.
Oh,
Chris'
Chris.
birthday.
Oh, well, Chris, you drinking too? Okay, so we about to take. Okay, we about to take shots for that birthday. At the end of the day,
Excuse me, let me just throw this out there.
She's
If you
trying to
haven't gotten
finish
your
it.
tickets for RD's bowling party, which is the 26th of this month. Please see any RD member. I do have tickets with me, so you can see me when I get downstairs.
Okay, listen.
So we can
gotta
get
do this
these
quick.
lanes
All
together.
right, real quick, let's
The
sing
tickets
happy
is
birthday.
$15.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you too. Happy birthday, you too. All right, so are you ready?
Are you ready?
What the maids do?
Numbers.
What the maids do?
Numbers.
What the maids do?
Numbers.
Talk what?
Heavy.
Talk what?
Heavy.
Talk what?
Heavy.
We will see you next time. Same bat time, same bat channel, right here on A Radio, when you get everything you need, only right here.
Hey,
So
next
we're going to
week.
take a break and take a picture right over here, and we will see you next week.
It's out there.
It's another one. Thank you. See you next week, y'all.
My